July 10th, 1999. The Mets trail the Yankees 8-7 in the bottom of the ninth. Matt Franco steps to the plate to face Mariano Rivera with 2 outs and the tying and winning runs on base.
I remember being at the plate and thinking that you're never going to get a bigger moment than this. I remember all those feelings. I took a close pitch, but it could have been strike 3. I still think it was a little low. I actually ran into Joe Torre a few years later, and he brought it up that he thought it was a strike. But it was like slow motion. I remember rounding the base. Edgardo Alfonso was coming home from second. It was going to be a close play at the plate. Paul O'Neill picked it up, made a good throw. Edgardo slid in. There was dust, and it was slow motion. I saw the umpire go safe, and it was just like, yes. And then after that, it becomes a little bit of a blur because that was a pretty big celebration. But that was definitely the highlight of my career and something that I will never, ever forget.
Franco would play 5 seasons with the Mets, mostly as a pinch hitter, before retiring in 2003. Welcome back. When 31-year-old Jesus Feliciano was called up from AAA Buffalo this past June, it instantly became a story, but not in the typical way. You see, Feliciano wasn't a top prospect, and he certainly wasn't a big name. But what he represented was an amazing tale of perseverance. You see, Feliciano spent more than 10 seasons in the minor leagues before finally getting his first taste in the majors this season. This week, we go one-on-one with Jesus Feliciano.
Feliciano up the middle, base hit. And Jesus Feliciano has his first major league hit. 1,271 minor league games, 22 games in the Mexican League, his 3rd major league game, and he finally has that first knock. And he'll take that ball out of play.
I'm here with Mets outfielder Jesus Feliciano. Thank you so much for joining us on Mets Weekly.
It's a pleasure for me.
It's a pleasure for us as well. So as many Met fans know, you have played in the minor leagues for 10 years before getting called up to the majors here with the Mets. What was it like for you getting that phone call?
It was great, you start thinking about all those years that you put into work, in the minors, and all the hard work that I did all these years, and it paid off, It's been great so far, and I gotta thank the Mets organization to bring me this opportunity.
Was there any point that you ever felt like quitting baseball altogether, just giving up?
Of course, there's a lot of up and downs, I think there were more ups than downs, because if not, I wouldn't be here, but every once in a while you start thinking like that, but good friends and your family, always pulling for you, and I think that kept me positive, and that's why I'm here now.
Tejada out, Feliciano in to slide and make the grab. Beautifully done.
The Mets played a series down in Puerto Rico earlier this season. So what was it like for you being able to play in front of your hometown friends and family?
Amazing, playing on a big league uniform, playing in front of your crowd, of your country, your family, friends. It was a great time, and I also had my first base hit in professional winter ball in that stadium, and it was a great time.
Now there are a few players on the team right now on the Mets that are also from Puerto Rico, and I know you and Pedro are close. What kind of impact has he had on your career?
A lot, he had great years in the minors, and he didn't have his chance, early in his career when he probably thought that he was gonna get his shot. So guys like him, you look at them like an example, and his perseverance, he paid off also. So it's great to have him here, and I remember like last year, like he told me about like not quitting and give myself couple more years because I was going to have my chance. So look at where I am, I'm here.
I lost again.
Sorry.
Thank you, Master.
I know in Port St. Lucie during spring training, you guys had a bit of a competition going on with the pool. So you actually won that game. And he was always talking about a rematch. Did that ever happen?
Yeah, we've been playing, but off camera, so nobody knows what have happened.
Well,
so,
you have to fill us in. What happened?
So
Who's been winning?
He's been beating me, but when it counts, I beat him. So in front of the cameras and in front of all New York, I'm the champ.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Mets Weekly. We appreciate all that you do.
Thank you.
When Mets Weekly returns, he's everyone's favorite mascot. But what if Mr. Met could talk?
If Mr. Met could talk, I think his first words would be,
When we come back, Mr. Met gets a voice. Sort of. Plus, a rare look at one of the most unique features Citi Field has to offer.
When you're here with a group, you can sort of interact with one another and you can walk around.